sustainable, ethical, and decolonizing impact. How can we support and collaborate with the communities and with the partners locally and see what are their vision? How much can we help by telling them, well, have you thought about that? We implement that. You can get way more out of it by thinking ahead. If we can create a space and inviting everyone to come and learn from that space, local people that are from on the other side of Thailand or anywhere in the world, coming to have some of the workshops that they've heard about using their own local materials to enrich the soil at the same time. Rule number one is, have we asked the local people what they want? Can we enrich the soil more than what we take from?
Tell everybody out there a little bit about yourself.
Doctor and engineer, transforming waste to energy was the background. Had a great call having cancer and, working through it, finding a cure for cancer and some other diseases that might not be allowed to talk about.
When a problem comes along, you must zip it.
But then doing some great work to try to change the perspective and say, well, there are some cures, but cure not being necessarily the cure, because we invited the disease in general by ourselves, by being functional, integrative, but seeing how to undo those diseases and at the same time creating new good habits with ourselves, but as well with the environment we're living in, your home. Where's my food coming from? Where's my water coming from? Even if it's building an amazing eco-resort hotel, well, are you involving the local people? Are we enriching the soil? Are we choosing the right materials? Did we? Can we spend a bit of time and energy on that? So we doing all those processes, and then at the same time seeing, well, okay, I'd love to have all these materials, it's quite amazing. Where can I get it? We needed to create the supply. We created the demand by creating a space where people can learn from watching, because they don't learn from listening.
Triple stamp, double stamp. You can't triple stamp.
Even though it's quite logical. So having the experience of those buildings, those transformations, and feeling how it is to live in a clean environment. Not about money, it's more about value. Of course, I understand that money is a value, and it's from an energy, it needs to be spent. If you want to seed money and get more money in return, you need to seed it based on the possible project that we've been doing here and having an impact outside Bali, is to duplicate it in terms of doing a survey, asking the local people what they want, do they still know what they want, presenting them some solutions that are local to them that might have forgotten, and we need to do the research on local what used to be, and then implementing decontamination process for the soil that has been contaminated by concrete or by some other practices. We can do the same at the same time. This needs to be a form of education for the local community at some stage. It doesn't really matter what you think you believe because you've been told. If that works good for you and is quite logical, why not try it? Now we can see, we can prove that it's working way better, but we still need to adapt it to the local demand, the local culture, the local ethics. And going with that, so implement anything you did. Great building with what you have, implementing what was available. Of course, from scratch you could have done something maybe different, but that fits the sustainability at the time. So can we mix the two? Can we make it still sexy? Can we still implement the new age of the younger generation wanting to implement AI, new ways of thinking about their own future? Give them some tools. The tools you need to give the planet is giving them the planet back. Or tools to be able to decide whether or not they want to access it. We need to make it available. Affordable, of course, would be great. And then we need external partners eventually to be able to finance those things, because we need to think about our own sustainability in the first way as well. Otherwise, we cannot be creative. So putting all this amazing situation of having cancer, developing waste to energy systems, having a life that I had, and implementing, letting go old belief system and being German, but still implementing a few things. Yes, I think it's very doable. It takes a little bit of time, mostly more time than we would wish, but the universe just make it happen when there's a need for it.